Hello everybody, it's Chris. We are in Florida City, Florida, which I didn't even know existed. We're on our way to the Florida Keys. We're gonna head over the 100-mile overseas highway, which is gonna be awesome. We're actually gonna take a diversion that was recommended by Keith Thompson, one of our subscribers. So I don't really know the difference between what is the main route, which is US 1 in terms of the overseas highway, versus this is Cards Pond Road, I think it's called, that Keith recommended. So I can't compare and contrast them in terms of scenery. I believe we're about to come to a causeway or a bridge or something that takes us over a body of water. And hopefully that's pretty scenic. If I should perish in this swamp, whether I drown in the swamp or I get raped by backwoods deliverance-like creatures, it's all Keith's fault, because he recommended this. There's water on both sides of us. You can't really see it because of this dense foliage, but we're about to come to a portion where I believe we'll be able to see it. That Florida City that I didn't know existed is kind of like the last stop of civilization in the Florida Peninsula before you get to the Keys. Oh, I see a bridge ahead, and it's a tall bridge. Interesting. Welcome to the Florida Keys. It's official. So I believe this is Key Largo. There was a song, and was there a movie too? So because I've never been to the Keys and I've never been on the overseas highway, it's really difficult for me to know when to turn the camera on, when to put the 360 camera on. It's not on now. And so what I did was I just kind of gave a cursory look on the map using Google Maps as to what, in my judgment, would be the most scenic. Oh wow. Oh wow. I'm going to lower the windscreen here. So I kind of gave it my best guess as to where to put that 360 camera on, and I think I failed here. I think this would have been a good spot for the 360. But we're going to get plenty of other spots. That 7-mile bridge, obviously I'm going to put it on for that whole 7 miles. And just let the camera run. This is one of those surprise spots on the overseas highway that I wasn't expecting just by my cursory glance at the map, but it's just awesome. So I am guessing that is the Atlantic and that is the Gulf. I would have loved to have put my Insta360 camera on for this, but I've got a couple of upcoming shots, certainly of the overseas highway, where the Insta360 camera will absolutely be on. I think it's going to be much better than this, but this is pretty cool. You'll notice my phone is not on. I'm having a problem with my charger. For some reason it's not charging. I've fiddled with it and all the rest of it. I just can't get it to charge. So I'm not going to let the GPS wear down the battery if I don't have to, because I've got the Garmin. So this is awesome. I'm just realizing I did not extend the selfie stick on my invisible 360 camera. I'm going to try to do it, which is crazy right now. But this is awesome. So we just left Long Key. I will tell you that there's countless keys in the Florida Keys. I don't know how many, but there's countless. They're not well marked. When you enter or leave a key, there are not many keys that have signs that say welcome to, I think we're coming up to Marathon Key, but I'm not sure of that. I wish I had my Garmin GPS on. I could put it on, but it's going to burn up battery juice, and I'm not going to be checking into my hotel for a few hours. And because this is on the blink, I don't want to do that. And it doesn't matter if it's Marathon or whatever it is. This is just beautiful. And to experience this for the first time on the Spyder is just awesome. The colors of that water, it's just beautiful. Okay, now here you go, Conch Key. Good job, Conch Key, good job. Conch, I believe it's pronounced, not Conch. I may be wrong on that. Put it in the comments if I am. I just saw a sign that said 7 Mile Bridge closed. Now, I don't know how that's possible. Maybe a portion of it is being worked on, and if it was closed, meaning you couldn't get to Key West, there'd be a line miles and miles long with, you know, police officers, you know, blocking traffic, telling you got to turn around. I think that's the only way to continue on. It's coming up right now, so we'll know momentarily. I will tell you, it's sweltering hot. The Spyder ambient temperature gauge says 91, which probably means it's in the mid-80s, which isn't really that bad. Oh, Saturday, April 5th, it's closed. Okay. We'll be long gone by Saturday, April 5th. Although, because of the way I'm scheduling these videos, this video might run after that. But the humidity is unbearable. Even with this super thin mesh jersey and these super thin mesh gloves, baby egret, snow egret, it is just uncomfortable. Now, when we get to the 7 Mile Bridge, I'm gonna do something that I don't often do. Normally, I edit out parts of the video when I'm not talking. I want my videos to be as tight as possible, and that includes this one. But I'm gonna just be quiet as we're passing over this 7 Mile Bridge, however long it takes us. Unfortunately, we've got this monstrosity in front of us, but I'll let him pull ahead. And what I'm going to do is play appropriate music, and I'm only going to chime in if I need to point something out. This is the beginning of the 7 Mile Bridge. Okay, I'm going to break my rule pretty quickly. So this is part of what was Henry Flagler's Overseas Highway. Overseas Railroad. That he built, you know, back in the, I think during or before the Great Depression, and it was wrecked in by a hurricane. I want to say 1939, maybe 1936, but it's now like a portion of the railroad is now a walking path, which I think is pretty cool. Wow, that was an experience. That was awesome. We are now 40 miles from the place I'm staying at in Key West. So we're a little past the halfway point for the 100-mile mark. Okay, so this was another thing that was not planned, but I see this old railroad trestle, and I'm obviously thinking that was part of the original Henry Flagler Railroad. Now, it was on this side of us, but we've twisted and turned along the way. I think that's pretty cool. So we are very close. We're 8 miles from the place I'm staying. Somewhere that way is the Key West Naval Air Station. I saw a sign to its entrance. I think I can see a hangar off in the distance. Let's take a look at our odometers. This has been quite the journey, and we're almost at the halfway point, like 8 miles away from the halfway point, mileage-wise, not time-wise. So the trip odometer A, 123, is since I gassed up this morning at Florida City. Then trip odometer B is since I left my garage in Niagara Falls. That's 1,855 miles. So I said about 3,000 miles for the trip. It's going to be closer to 3,500. I was not taking into account how long it is from Hollywood, Florida to Key West. I knew it was long, I just didn't think about it. If I just stopped at Hollywood, Florida, then this would have been about a 1,500 mile journey. And let's go all the way to the full odometer, 15,300 miles. Which means when I get back, I'll be pretty close to being due for my second service. And I'll probably just include that with the suspension fault, because I'm not sure I'm going to get a lot of traction from my dealer on the suspension fault unless I go there and the suspension fault is on. Then I can put it in idle and let them come out and you know, check it out while it's showing suspension fault. Boca Chica Channel. We've crossed a lot of channels today. There was so much to see that I didn't have time because we passed it so quickly in terms of touristy type things. The giant lobster and other things that we passed by. But I think I gave you the most scenic views of the overseas highway. So now the next video that I do will be about Key West. This was the journey to Key West. The next video will be about Key West. We'll see the sights. Hopefully catch a cool sunset at Mallory Square. Then the video after that will be the ride through the Everglades. And then after that, we're going to do kind of a Naples, Fort Myers video. Then we're going to do a Tampa Sunshine Skyway Highway bridge, I think they call it. It's like this huge, ginormous bridge. That should be a good video. And then I've got to hightail it home because I'm watching the long-term weather forecast, and I'm not liking what I see in terms of getting frozen out. Because I'm not going to jump on an interstate for hours at 30-degree temperatures. That's 30 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm just not going to do it. So I've been seeing a lot of the smaller snowy egrets. Snowy egrets are common in South Florida, but I always come earlier in the year. This is as late as I've been down here, and I wonder if their mating season is such that they recently hatched a bunch of them. So we are, I believe, in Key West now. or maybe right now. My hotel, not my hotel, but my Airbnb, VRBO, whatever, condo that I'm staying at isn't ready for a few hours. So I need to find a nice, cool, air-conditioned place where I can get something cold to drink, something light to eat, and do some video downloading. So then I can get back out in the hot sun and shoot some video about Key West as opposed to the ride to Key West. Oh, this is beautiful. Oh, yeah. Look at that. I mean, look at that. You've got convenience stores, gas stations, little shops, and across the way you've got, I don't even know what that body of water is. I don't know if that's the Atlantic, the Gulf, the Florida Straits, whatever it is, it's cool. If you like this video, please hit that like button. If you have any comments on anything we saw or anything we talked about, comment away. If you're not a subscriber yet, if you subscribe, I sure would appreciate it. We've got a bunch of subscribers since I started this long trip. A bunch. Our views went way up, our watch hours went way up, and you were part of that, and I thank you for it. Oh, that's cool. She looks comfortable. I'm going to pull into this Publix here. And until the next video, you have a great day. Bye-bye.